we are going to talk about self-publishing. I wanted to get to this last part. If you haven't seen my other videos, I talk about traditional publishing and hybrid publishing in other videos that I will link down below. But today's video is going to be about self-publishing. And I have a couple pros and cons that I feel that this is a way that I have researched on what I thought that I could do or not do with self-publishing. So stay tuned. Hi, I'm Susie J. Cobwebs, and this is my writing channel, Frugal Tips and Self-Care Along the Way. Today I'm going to talk about self-publishing, and in the past I've talked about traditional publishing and hybrid publishing in the pros and cons of what I feel when I've done my research that I would like to do this or not. This is a conversation that you cannot take lightly. When you're doing your research and you have your baby meaning work in progress or your novel or your short story or whatever you want to publish, you want to make sure that you do your research on what is going to be more beneficial for you when doing traditional publishing, hybrid publishing, or self-publishing. I can't say that there's any right or wrong answers into any things that I will bring up because it all depends on how it's going to benefit you in your world. So you just want to keep that in mind. First off, I want to congratulate you because if you are in this type of a situation, whether you want to publish and you don't know how to publish or you don't know which avenue to go to, this just tells me that you have a book or a work in progress, novel, whatever, that you have successfully first drafted, edited, or got to a point where it needs to be published. So I want to congratulate you. Great job! Believe me, I get it. It is a lot of hard work. It's a lot of dedication, a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of brain power. Because I'm an author myself. I am an author of a young adult book, Betrayal in the First Degree. So make sure that you get a copy of it. It's a hit and run with a historical twist. It is a first book of a 4-book series. So I'm actually working on the second book right now. So I hope to be getting that out shortly also. But let me get back to self-publishing and why I think or think not this is a good idea. One of the things that I hear, oh, I self-published a book and I have 25 books out, or I traditionally published 4 books and I did this and I did that. You need to do this and you need to do that. Or I went to hybrid publishing and they told me I had to do it this way and that way. So this is how you need to do it. First off, let's just step back a second. Really, I'm not stepping back. I just sat back in my chair. But they are not you. You need to do the research of the benefits of which one is going to be good for you. Now, I've talked about traditional publishing in another video, and I've also talked about hybrid publishing in another video. They will be in the description below, so check them out too. These are one of those things that in the publishing world, this could make or break your book. Now, I'm not trying to scare you or make you feel that this is something that you don't know nothing about. But the fact is with self-publishing, you have to have those connections. You have to have the editing background. You have to have the book cover design that's going to be catchy and maybe the distribution of your book. These are way too many things for me to grab a hold of when I'm actually working on my other book, marketing my first book, bouncing onto social medias, working a full-time job. So, I congratulate these people that are self-publishing authors, because I honestly don't think that I could be a self-publisher, and not this time of the game. I feel that I am not ready to be a self-publisher. Here is why. If you feel your strong suit is writing, but editing is where you're lacking, then you're going to need a professional editor. That's going to cost you money. And almost a pretty penny, if that, because you want a good editor for your book. What about your book cover? Do you have good fashion sense? Do you know what catches people's eye? Do you know what's going to bring a young adult book to the surface, or a horror book to the surface, to try to market it so well that you can be on 15 million bookshelves and have 17 million ratings on Amazon? I highly doubt it. But if you can, I congratulate you. I particularly cannot. I don't have the connections, the fashion sense, or the ways to distribute my book. And I'm sure that they're easy, and they're very easy out there, and I don't have that extra money or time to put forth of self-publishing. So, this is one of the reasons why I shied away from self-publishing. If you would like to know how I became published, I actually went through hybrid publishing. Hybrid publishing is kind of like in between traditional publishing and self-publishing. So they're giving you the connections. They're giving you the editor. They're giving you trying to help you with the book cover. They're trying to help you with everything else. Yes, I have to pay for it. I make payments. I make sure that this is done correctly. And I also have rights to my book. This is one of the great ideas that I loved about hybrid publishing, that I didn't really care about traditional publishing with that particular statement that I heard. Now, here is a question for you. If you are a book writer, what do you feel the biggest hurdle is from writing to editing to marketing, distribution, or even publishing? What hurdle do you think is the hardest to overcome when you are doing this? Write them in the comments below. I would love to hear this, because I'm sure that we are all really on the same page, that I enjoy writing the first draft. I enjoy sculpting a book. I enjoy making characters come alive. I enjoy making them have a whole personality and life of their own. Editing, I'm getting better at, but that takes time, and I'm getting better at doing the editing myself. Again, I still prefer, in my way, of getting a professional editor and getting the professional people to help me out and getting that book published. So what do you feel? I hope we can help each other out and maybe try to shine some light into extra things that maybe we don't know about. If you know of anything, and maybe I said something that maybe wasn't right, or maybe you feel a little bit differently, that's okay. I just would like to have a conversation with you. If you write them in the comments, or maybe I could do another video on them, that's great too. If you have any other questions, by all means, write them in the comments. And if you like these types of videos and you want to see more of these videos, by all means, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit the post notification button so you can stay on top of all the different things that I post. And till the next time, love you bunches!